and F and up and down. Yeah, life's a stage, let me break it down. Scripts are wild, plot twists abound. S and F and up and down. Yeah, logic's a joke and we'll laugh until we cry. Who needs intention? Just wait your hand and fly.
What is with all of that
The
racket?
tension, the stress when a Deus Ex drops, man, it's pure finesse.
Sorry, Vice Principal Hubbard. I was jamming to S and F and up and down.
I can tell. I could hear it from outside the office.
I tried to tell her we were going to get busted, Vice Principal Hubbard.
I can't blame Phoebe for listening to such an awesome song. It has been quite the trend on social media, ever since the talent showcase a few weeks ago. But you two have to take that music somewhere else. Alright?
School is already over for the day though, almost everyone else has left and gone home.
Yes, that is true, but Principal Moonlight's still here, over in the library and in charge of after-school detention. She's not quite in the happiest of moods, so if she came out here and heard all of that loud music making lots of racket.
It would not be a good idea if we made her even more frustrated.
Exactly. The school auditorium is open. You can take the music and dance routine to there if you'd like.
Then the auditorium it is. You want to join me, Candy?
Wish I could, but I can't, Phoebe. I told my parents I wouldn't stay long after school. They'll be arriving shortly to pick me up.
Aw, okay.
How long were you standing there and watching me practice, Phoebe?
Just long enough, Lucas. You were really nailing that guitar cover of the opening theme for Miraculous Ladybug.
Thanks. I've been practicing hard for weeks.
I can leave if you don't want an audience member watching you up on stage.
No, it's all good. An audience member like you who is also a fellow Miraculous fan is welcome to stay. Why don't we sit down and have a talk? Tiffany hasn't been giving you any more trouble, has she?
No, she hasn't. My guess is because you and I haven't really talked all that much since that first day of school incident.
That is true. But listen, don't let the thought of Tiffany get in the way of you and me being allowed to get to know each other.
She doesn't worry me. I've had to deal with certain people that are way worse than her.
Like who? If you don't mind me asking about it.
One good example is a snobby stuck-up blonde who I met in 6th grade. Her name was Paige. Not the nicest person around, she was quite the bitch. She mainly targeted me and my former best friend throughout pretty much the entire 6th grade school year. And eventually she pushed things too far. My former best friend ended up committing suicide.
I'm really sorry, Phoebe. That must be really hard to talk about to others.
It is. But it doesn't bother me as much as it used to. At the end of my sophomore year, justice for my best friend finally got served. I could finally focus on moving forward with my own future, and as for Paige, her actions caught up with her in a car crash that she directly caused.
Well, that's good, knowing you've done what you can to try putting that past behind you. I also know the feeling of what it's like to be on receiving end of people who really dislike you.
You do?
I do. For as long as I can remember, I've always enjoyed making music and playing my guitar. One day I decided to start up my own YouTube channel and make music videos to demonstrate my guitar playing to others. 97% of the people who saw my videos really liked my music and gave strong positive feedback. Then there was the other 3%. The people who didn't like my music at all. They were negative in various ways. A couple of them even made false accusations about me.
How did you handle all the negative feedback from them?
Simple. I hid their comments from my channel, and I ignored anything else they had to say to me. Negative people like that are always going to be around, but to me they're just wasting their own time and breath trying to get a response and raise out of me. By shutting them out, I'm able to focus on the positives that are truly worth it, and it makes me feel good. The internet is great for when you want to do all kinds of great things online. And yet it's able to be used as a method to cause harm toward others.
Vice Principal Hubbard once told me that you're always going to encounter and have assholes in life.
That's true. What to do and knowing how to deal with them is also an important key factor.
I wish that I knew what to do back then at my old school. But I was always a shy and timid one. It was my former best friend who knew exactly what to do when it came to dealing with negative people.
Would you be open to talking more about this former best friend of yours?
Her name was Riley. Full of personality, and always trying to put a smile on anyone she came across, even just a little bit.
She sounds like she was the perfect best friend for you.
She was.
Is there anything you learned from Riley that has proved quite useful?
I would have to say, based on everything I've seen before and after Riley took her own life, she was able to teach me that I'm always going to have people in my corner to be there for me, even in my darkest times. Both in person and in spirit. And now, I'd sure like to hear more about you.
What would you like to know?
Well, where are you originally from? You're new to Tyndall.
My hometown is all the way over in Delaware on the East Coast.
Wow. From the East Coast to the West Coast, what a very long way from home.
You're telling me. My parents each have really successful careers in the music business. Their work didn't go unnoticed, and soon one of them landed a high-pay position at one of the best recording studios here in Cali.
Who was the lucky parent?
My dad. Ever since we moved to the state, he's gotten to work alongside some very talented singers and performers. But his favorite artist he's worked alongside with is a young woman by the name of Belinda Reyes.
Your dad has worked on songs for Belinda Reyes? Shut up.
I see you're a fan of Belinda's music.
Are you kidding? Her songs are so amazing and so well done, how could I not become a fan? I even got a chance to meet Belinda in person at one of her performances at the Tyndall Lodge a couple years back.
Seriously? Now I feel jealous. How did you get to meet Belinda in person?
I know a few girls who have some strong friendly connections with Belinda.
Maybe next time Belinda's recording a new song at the recording studio my dad works at, I'll see if he'll let me come with him. And as a bonus, see if he'll let you also tag along.
That sounds like fun, I would love that.
Then let's keep our fingers crossed.
Sorry to cut this short, Lucas, but my parents are on their way to come pick me up. They're taking me out to dinner at Sizzler.
It's all right, Phoebe. I should be heading home myself.
Well then. I guess, I'll see you later, Lucas. Have a great rest of your evening.
You too, Phoebe. We should do stuff like this more often.
I think so too.
Stop where you are, Perez.
Hello, Tiffany. Why are you still here at school?
I got stuck in stupid-ass after-school detention with Principal Moonlight. I was going to leave soon as I got done, until something specific caught my attention. I overheard you and Lucas talking to each other in the auditorium. Are you seriously trying to get on my bad side and piss me off?
You're confronting me face to face, all because me and Lucas were having a casual and friendly conversation?
Yes, put 2 and 2 together in that head of yours. I told you on the first day of school that things weren't over between us. I'm not someone you want to fuck around with, Phoebe. So if you do value in avoiding any further damage between us both, you will stay away from Lucas for the rest of the school year. Do that, and we won't have any further issues or problems.
Well, I hate to burst your queen bee bubble, Tiffany, but you have zero right or privilege to tell me to completely stop hanging out with Lucas. Far as I'm concerned, he and I are getting off on good footing.
And you and I are going to get off on super bad footing if you keep trying to be all friendly with him.
Oh, I'm so scared, Tiffany. But I have nothing to be afraid of from the likes of you. Believe me when I say that I've dealt with somebody far worse than you. Somebody who pushed a best friend of mine to suicide, and eventually would get their comeuppance from their actions. You're just another example of someone who's trying to hold power over me. It's not going to work. So, take your pretty little spoiled feet in those obviously expensive heels, walk your pretty little legs on out of here and away from me in the other direction, and don't come up to me trying to be in charge. I won't take the bull from someone who got spoiled and pampered because her mom and dad couldn't give her enough of their love and affection. And if you dare try and start more nonsense, you'll have me and people in my corner ready to come to my aid, to answer to. We clear on that, Tiffany, or do I need to repeat my statement?
If you were really trying to get on my bad side and piss me off, congratulations, Phoebe. You just accomplished that goal. You will be getting what's coming to you.
Riley and I never did heed Paige's warning to the fullest all those years ago before everything went out of hand. I won't make the same mistake this time around with Tiffany.
Do you see visions of the sea? To fly so high?